As mentioned in the other video, I didn't care about this stuff until recently, and it seems like a handful of people only started getting serious this late summer as well. Regarding the rapture, I didn't have much of a stance on it because my area of interest for most of my adult life was about the ones mentioned in Revelation 3:9, which I'll explain in another video. So I came to hear about the urgency of the rapture because, along with the tribulation dreams I was hearing about, people also described their rapture dreams. And I've only had the former, so I was somewhat concerned. So while reading and listening to all there is out there on the timing of the rapture, I prayed for a few months to our Father, the one true God, to please give me a rapture dream so I know that I'm on the right track. But I never got one until I fully declared my faith and shared the good news of salvation and the sinner's prayer to my close friends, some of my past classmates, coworkers, and relatives. And after I shared all of that, I immediately got a rapture dream the next day. So here it is. I came out from a movie theater at night with my friend from childhood. I don't think this part is relevant because she's in Arizona and I'm not. And floating in the sky was a huge boulder, like a chunk off of Qumran caves. And on it were inscriptions. And immediately, I somehow knew that I was asleep in bed. And I started feeling a strange, tingly, vibrating sensation I've never felt before in my life, as in my upper body, and as someone was tugging at my head. And I shouted Jesus and waited. And then I felt the tugging again, and then I shouted Yeshua and waited, and I heard come, but from far away, like a bad phone reception. And then as he said come, I was yanked out, up and backwards at warp speed. So this wasn't like some beautiful, slow ascent to the clouds. I just got yanked. And then I passed all these little buildings to my left, like McDonald's, and super fast before I was out of this world. Just got yanked out. And then I saw the number 45 in the center of the world right before the dream ended. And some thoughts about it are, like, someone then told me that Donald Trump is the 45th president, so that could be it. So I thought something like maybe the last trumpet before we go up, like last call. And also because I don't eat at McDonald's ever, I also thought maybe like the son of Donald having to do with something. I don't know. So the next rapture dream happened a couple days after I had a serious talk with my mom in person about the rapture. And I shared some things with her, some of these things. And she's a devout Christian, quote unquote Christian. But this isn't really about being religious, as it is about having a personal relationship with the Most High. And trust me, I'm not like speaking from a moral high horse or anything, because I know I haven't done anything to deserve dreams or special insight on anything, on some things. It's only by the grace of God that I came this far. So anyway, moving on to the second dream. So my cousin announced her engagement at a stock trading floor, and this guy who was supposedly my friend in the dream said he couldn't marry me because he had an arranged marriage to another. I don't think this part is relevant though. And he called a ride for me, and I was waiting outside in the parking lot. I was waiting outside, and I was next to the car, and I saw the sky, which was completely covered in clouds, but had two holes where I could see two same-sized orbs, and I'm guessing they're moons because it was nighttime. And they changed into several flashing colors, or reflected several colors, I don't know, as fireworks beyond the clouds went off, and like Disneyland, because I heard some people cheering like far off. But they actually turned out to be nukes. And that instant, I shouted Yeshua. But this is weird because my voice was like warped as I was saying Yeshua, like Neo from The Matrix. You know the movie The Matrix, Neo, when he touches the mirror, his voice gets warped. And I linked the video, like that scene from the movie, in my playlist, so you can just click it. And my mind or consciousness or whatever, it was sliding through like a pipe, like a cord, like the cord from the Matrix, basically. Um, it looked like it. It was sliding through it super fast inside it, but I could see the outside at the same time, which is a white room. So I could see the inside as I was sliding through it and the outside. And then I was immediately transported to an indoors basketball court where there are like a group of teenagers and a little kid. And there was a little girl who told me about how harmful the candy she was eating was. And she was eating a jawbreaker. And then I followed them outside to the arcade shop area and gift shop or shop area. And then I also encountered groups of people who were disclosing secrets about like Whole Foods. And then I also saw people like up like stairs. They were like boys, older boys, but they were wearing pink skirts, and they were exposing things about the entertainment industry too. I don't know. And then I headed over to the diner, two-story diner, and it was 50s themed, and it had the black and white checkerboard floor. And upstairs, through like the window, I could see the outside, which was completely chaos. It was like there was like gasoline spilled on the floor, on the ground, and there was fire everywhere and bullet holes everywhere on the wall, and people were shooting at one another. And then I heard from the overhead announcement, first class members, please like head upstairs. So I went upstairs to like this pool party, but it was just like all pools. And I went to the middle one, and then I got in and I woke up as I resurfaced out of the water. And thinking back on it, it almost reminds me of a baptism. I woke up at 7:21 exactly, which is interesting because it's like backwards, December 7th. And in the Strong's Concordance Greek, it means arnion, which is a diminutive form of lamb, like as in little lamb, symbolizing innocence, sacrifice, and purity. And the diminutive form suggests a sense of endearment or gentleness. And Yeshua is identified as the ultimate Passover lamb, as he fulfilled the sacrificial system and provided eternal redemption for humanity. So, going back to the topic of how to receive a rapture dream, for me at least, it seems like when I actively share things about God to people in my life, because I've been sounding like a complete lunatic to them, I think. Probably. They probably think I sound crazy for the past few months, but I don't care about my image because, I first off, like, I'm just obeying, and also I do care about them a lot, and they need to know the truth, as well as the love that our Father has for them. And their eternity is important to me. And